My boyfriend has been pressuring me to get rid of my sex toy because he's insecure. I need advice. So this has been an argument for a while. My BF and I both have sex toys, as I assume most people do. The issue is, he wants me to get rid of mine but won't get rid of his. That's not something I'd normally ask for, as I feel like it's healthy to masturbate even in a relationship. I don't genuinely want him to get rid of his. I just wanted him to realize and understand what he was asking me to do. But he's been pressuring me to get rid of mine because they make him insecure. I understood and told him we wouldn't use them during sex but that I want to keep them. He keeps pushing me to get rid of them altogether. I more or less snapped and told him if he really wanted me to get rid of them then he'd have to get rid of his sex doll. He's been upset since and has told me I'm being petty and not empathizing with his insecurities. I am trying to, and I've kinda explained why I wanted to keep them. I don't want to hurt his feelings but he can't get me off from normal sex and he usually doesn't attempt to help me out with it either. I need advice on how to explain this to him without making him more insecure. I don't feel this way out of malice. I know it's not a big deal especially compared to most posts here, but I'm not sure what to do about it. If he won't get rid of his, you won't get rid of yours, period. He doesn't make sense. So he doesn't make you come and he doesn't want you to do it yourself either, and he wants you to sacrifice your orgasm on the altar of his insecurities. Jesus Christ, just throw out the whole man. Do you really want to spend your life with someone who won't put in the effort to learn how to give you an orgasm and who won't let you use the things that will give you an orgasm? That's the bigger problem here, that he doesn't care about your pleasure. If he doesn't want to feel insecure in bed, then he must put in the effort to get you off. Good for you. Don't back down on this. My approach would be to say something like, the problem isn't that I don't understand or empathize. The problem is that I don't agree with the solution you've proposed. I'm happy to help you find a therapist who can help you work past your insecurity. But I use these toys to masturbate, and masturbation is a part of my life that I'm not willing to give up to soothe your insecurity. The sex toys are just a symptom of the deeper problem, which is your insecurity. I thought maybe you were talking about you having a vibrator and him having a fleshlight or something, but he has a full-blown sex doll. Not that you should get rid of yours anyway, but he has one serious insecurity issue. Is it ever acceptable to tell the people in your life you love them? I, M/23, struggle with severe depression. More often than not, I feel unwanted, stupid and unworthy of anyone's love. But tonight, I decided to tell everyone I know that I love them. I told friends, family, even matches on dating apps, but I was sure to clarify I meant it as in I love them for the fact that they're living people with feelings and a story to tell and that are worthy of love. I guess I just don't want anyone to feel how I do, and I wanted everyone to know that I love them. Even if it feels insincere, even to the people reading this post, in case you haven't heard this today or in a while, I love you. I think it's more than acceptable, it's necessary, heart. I always tell the homies I love them. We all do in my friend group. There are other forms of love than sexual love. The Greeks had a few words for it if I'm not mistaken. I grew up basically being told that you only said that to family/romantic partners. Now I say it to my friends, because I do love them. It can be nice to hear and to say. Don't let people make you feel weird for it. Since we've been in lockdown, I'm always on Discord, group call, with most of my friends. Before I head off for the night, I usually go first. I always say good night guys, love you or something similar. At first, they thought it was a little weird, but now they all say it back. You should, my guys have said they kinda appreciate it. Anyways, good luck. Of course it's acceptable. If you need to talk, feel free to reach out. Always willing to talk. Stopped talking to dad because he left my mother for other woman. Found out I'm the product my mother's affair. Help. I 32 don't have a great relationship with my father. When I was young my dad and mom would always fight. Eventually my father left my mother for another woman. We fought for 50-50 custody and got it. I was a nightmare towards them until I got to the age where I could tell the judge where I wanted to stay. My dad never gave up trying and stay in my life, but I wouldn't let them. Now my father and his wife have 4 kids. 2 older than me from a previous marriage and 2 half. Around this time my mom remarried as well to Steve. Last week I randomly into my half-brother, 18M, and his girlfriend. I always tried to keep my half-siblings out of this, but they picked my dad's side. I still want to be cordial, so I said hello. He looked to his girlfriend and said, "Look, this is the hypocrite we were telling you about." I asked what the hell he was talking about, and I wish I didn't. I found out I was the product of my mother's affair with Steve, and I must love being with my real parents after all our father did to show he still loved you. I called him a liar and told me to ask my mom. He then called me a piece of shit and told me to delete myself. I confronted my mother and it was all true. She said now we can live as a real family now, not as step-parent and stepson. I left. I need advice on how to start to repair my relationship with my real father, not Steve. Thank you. This was extremely difficult to read. Also, it was sad. Seriously though, sorry dude, I hope you can get some therapy and make amends to your dad and family. You should reach out to your dad, tell him that you were wrong, and that the reason you've been avoiding him is because you thought he hurt your mom. Tell him that you are sorry and that you want to rebuild your relationship with him. I am sure he would understand. Good luck. I read this very same story on Reddit about a week ago. Is it fun doing this? No comments on his previous post. I don't even know where to begin with this. You're 32 years old, so I'm guessing you haven't had contact with your dad in a long time, since you said he stopped trying to be in your life once you decided you wanted nothing to do with him. He may want nothing to do with you now. Unfortunately, it doesn't hurt to reach out to him and have a conversation, admit where you were wrong, and go from there. But he very well may not want a relationship at this point. I'm sorry. Well, shit, that sucks.